Good afternoon, everyone. Father David Taylor here with Father Paul, who's doing the filming. And I'm just giving you a brief update on the very good news that we're now allowed to open our churches for private prayer and for weekday and Sunday masses. This is going to be a staged relaxation of the government's restrictions, and so we're in stage one at the moment. And that what the government restrictions are, that there can be no more than 10 persons plus the priest in the church at any one time. You'll read all about this in the parish bulletin, which is being emailed to you at this moment. So to be able to attend, so first of all, the obligation to attend Mass on Sundays and holy days has been suspended by Bishop Anthony and the other bishops of Australia. This has been suspended for quite since the lockdown began. So the obligation to attend Mass on Sundays and holy days no longer exists for the time being. It's my intention then to try to assist as many people as possible in our parish community at Manly and Freshwater to attend Mass as often as they can, given the fact that we can only have 10 people present in the church for Masses. So to be fair to everyone, and we have introduced a registration system. What we want you to do is either visit the parish office at Manly, which is open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 till about 4:30, and either visit the parish office or ring the parish office on the parish number and indicate which Mass you would like to go to. And if we can give you that first preference, we will. If that Mass is fully booked up, then we will offer you'll be offered alternatives. The secretarial staff, particularly Jenny and Michelle and Paula, will explain to you how this registration system exists. And then when you actually arrive at the church, your name will be ticked off. Now this registration process is really a government requirement. They need to know in terms of infection control, like the COVID-19 app the federal government has introduced. They need to know who's been in the church for different services. So if someone should later on, sadly, be diagnosed with COVID-19, they know who that person may have been in contact with. So that's for your protection. It's not information that we're going to be using for any purpose except we'll be keeping it, and it'll only be used if someone in the congregation actually later becomes sick with COVID-19. So it's for your protection. It's not an invasion of your privacy. It's the information that basically your name, your address, your phone number, and if appropriate, your email address. At this stage, a registration to visit the church for prayers is not required, and so you're most welcome to come into the church at any time to pray, both for weekday masses and so the weekday masses begin this coming Tuesday at the normal times, 9:15 a.m. Tuesday to Friday at Manly, and the same time at Freshwater. But to perhaps if there's a large numbers wanting to come to Mass, I am going to we will also celebrate a midday Mass, midday being 12 noon here at St Mary's. Now again, this is a temporary arrangement. This is not going to be a permanent arrangement. Everything we're doing is in response to the COVID-19. It's not a permanent arrangement. By and large, it's a temporary arrangement. Now, when you get the bulletin, I would invite you to read these things through and to observe what the instructions that are both on the front page of the bulletin and also on there's another section Sunday and weekday masses on page 3. It has got a number of guidelines that you need to be aware of. Basically, it's about mutual care and concern for each other. We are already observing social distancing. We're already observing scrupulous hand washing without becoming scrupulous. So what we ask people to do is either you bring with you your own hand cleanser or your own gloves, these disposable gloves. This is the sort of hand cleanser, or even just a small hand towel that you would use to touch anything in the church. I also found in my cupboard, I forgot I had them, these are waterproof gloves. They're mainly used for sort of bushwalking, but they're washable. So that would be also satisfactory. When you come into the foyer of the church, and there's only one door open in the church, and that's the door facing the car park where the ramp goes up to the door. And at Freshwater, the main side entrance to the church facing the altar. When you come in, there will be a table there, and this antibacterial hand sanitizer will be there, and you'll be invited. We'd like you to cleanse your hands. Only just one squirt, and wipe it all over your hands. It dries automatically. Then, if you wish, you can also put on a pair of these disposable gloves unless you've brought your own. If you have a little hand towel with you, you could also bring that and hold on to touch things with that so that you can then take it home with you. Just a small hand towel, you can take it home with you and wash it. When you come into the church, we're going to ask you to sit on plastic chairs. So Father Paul is now just going to show you the plastic chairs, and they are at the front of the church. And the reason why we're using these plastic chairs is that they can be easily cleaned with soap and water or hand sanitizer. The wooden pews cannot be so easily cleaned with hand sanitizer, which has alcohol in it, or detergents or disinfectants. It will damage the varnished finish on the pews. It will start damaging the woodwork, especially if this goes on for some time. So we're going to ask you, please do not use the pews, but use the white seats at the front of the church, and also the white seats adjacent to Our Lady's Chapel and the Chapel of the Sacred Heart. And at Freshwater, we want you to sit on the grey plastic seats, which will be at the front of the church, close to the altar, for the same reason, that they can be easily cleaned they can be easily cleaned, and we don't have to run the risk of damaging the wooden pews and the varnish. Now, obviously, when we go to stage 2, whenever that happens, hopefully within a month or so, depending on the state government, we will increase, the mass attendance will be increased to 20, and then when we finally reach stage 3, mass attendance will be increased to 100. So we'll have to adjust the whole seating arrangement. We'll do that as the situation arises. So please start ringing the office on Monday to book in or register for the Mass that you wish to attend. Please be patient. Please be flexible. Please understand that only 10 people can attend at any time. As I said, it is my intention that as many people as possible can attend Mass either on Sunday or on weekdays as soon as possible. The 10 people attending Mass, they will include anyone who might be a server or a reader or a musician. So it's in total 10 persons plus the priest. So we will have to work out. There won't be any servers on the altar. Father Paul and I will just say Mass by ourselves. We will be asking people to assist us with reading. We will be hopefully be able to improve the situation with music. So I think that covers it all. Father Paul, would you like to come forward and just say hello to everyone? Yes, that's what it looks like that.
Take
Okay.
care.
Take care.